Hello, my name is Alva Yuki, and I'll be doing a FIRAC method format case brief analysis of John A. Moore, Joyce E. Moore Trust, and John W. Moore Trustee Appellants versus Jebediah Moore and Stephen L. Moore Appellee. First off, let's start with the facts of this case. Joyce and John established a recoverable trust to distribute farmland to their 4 children equally. Shortly after the death of her husband, an emotionally unstable Joyce sold valuable farmland to their son at a cost of $292,000, way below fair market value. At that time, the land was appraised at $1.4 million. Joyce's son, Stephen Moore, managed her finances and orchestrated this sale. With that in mind, the other 3 children would be effectively disinherited from this trust. The trust effectively questions this sale and claimed that there was undue influence. The court ruled in favor of Stephen and Jebediah, finding that there was no undue influence. The question of the law for this case is whether or not Stephen Moore exerted undue influence to his mother to sell valuable farmland to his son Jebediah for a fraction of its fair market value, essentially nullifying the sale in 2014. Looking at the ruling of this case, Kansas Court of Appeals overturned the trial court's verdict, concluding that Stephen Moore had undue influence to his mother Joyce. Due to the undue influence, Joyce sold land way below its market value. The sale was undone due to undue influence and was later returned to John A. Moore and Joyce E. Moore Trust. The rationale behind this ruling is because the dependent relationship between Joyce and her son Stephen. Stephen managed Joyce's finances, allowing him to be able to sell the land way below its market value. Stephen did substantially promote the interests of her son at the expense of her other children. And then in addition to that, by disinheriting the other children, this overturns the main purpose of the trust, which was to equally distribute land to the 4 children. The conclusion of this case is that Joyce and John E. Moore won the case, essentially undoing the sale and getting the land back. With the case findings that there was undue influence, the sale was considered invalid. With the sale of the farmland was canceled, and the farmland would be returned to the family trust. Again, my name is Alva Yuki, and this was John A. Moore